Shabbat Shalom. Good morning, everyone. I hope that you had a fabulous Thanksgiving or you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving as you reminisce about past memories and make some new ones. So this week, we studied the Torah portion Toldot, and the word Toldot means generations. This section of Torah is the story of the genetic line that came from Abraham and Sarah through Isaac. As we enter into Parashat Toldot, I imagine Isaac reminiscing about the past. The portion begins as Isaac is starting his family with Rebekah and the aftermath of his parents' deaths. Isaac, as we know, had a rather challenging life. He was born in the midst of conflict as his mother Sarah worried that his half brother Ishmael would steal his inheritance. One of his pivotal memories as a child was the time his father took him on a nice hike up Mount Moriah and nearly sacrificed him. To say that he and his father had a strained relationship would put it mildly. And to add insult to injury, Isaac's mother died far too young. But despite all that, Isaac is able to grow and find love with his wife, Rebekah. Together, they have two strong and capable sons. But when famine comes into the land, Isaac is distraught, unsure of what to do. At this point in the Torah, in this piece, in the Torah portion, Isaac remembers his father. He recalls the wells of water that his father once dug, wells which had long since been stopped up and filled, but they remained somewhere beneath the surface. Wells provide sustenance for Abraham and his family many, many years ago. And like our Thanksgiving feast, they represent so much more. The Safad HaEmet compares these wells of water to the wells of Jewish wisdom and guidance. Abraham welled how to derive the love of God from all creation, how to find strength to face life challenges, and approach each day with integrity and with grace. At some point, Isaac had lost that connection. He lost faith and hope in the future. The wells of inspiration had been stopped up by the knocks of life. The Philistines had closed up the wells, the Torah teaches, perhaps out of jealousy or a fear. But there was something that Isaac could do in response to all of this. Isaac could redig his father's wells, and that's exactly what he began to do. In him, he would find not only sustenance for his family in the midst of famine, but also for his soul. In digging these wells, he found strength that he didn't realize he possessed. He reconnected to his faith, his family traditions, all of the legacy and wisdom that he had learned through his father. He came to see that as flawed as his father was, and he was human after all, he was also a kind, wise, and courageous man, a man from whom he learned so much, who helped shape him into the person that he was today, who in some ways, his father was exactly what he wished to emulate. Abraham modeled the strength of Jewish tradition, the ability to hold on to hope, to work for a more just world, and to connect with something bigger. In so many ways, Isaac was different from his father. He was more timid, he was more unsure. He struggled with faith, which was never a problem that Abraham had. But in this Torah portion, Isaac shows strength. He's known as the patriarch who preserved the tradition. He dug his father's old wells and gave them his father's old names. And then he dug, and this is his moment of brilliance, he dug wells of his own. These wells had new names, names that he came up with, the very last of which he named Rehoboth, which means expanse. This referred to the expanse of land that he had been granted, but more than that, through digging up these wells and deepening his connection to Judaism, Isaac found new possibilities of fulfillment beyond anything that he could have dreamt. This Shabbat, my hope, is that we too connect to the wells of inspiration of our tradition, drawing out new meaning that fulfills us, that gives us strength at times of famine. that grants us the ability to grow. I hope that you have a really, really wonderful Shabbat, and I look forward to seeing you soon.